Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair. Don't take me seriously. Welcome back, Boomerizzles. It's good to see you. I'm continuing another David Mitchell's Soapbox reaction because I had to click on this one. This one is titled The Phrase Rape and Pillage. So I believe David Mitchell is going to explain to us where that phrase came from. He's probably going to dive into some history because I believe David Mitchell's a big history guy. So, but he's going to have his own spin on it and make it funny like he usually does. And I'm sure there's a rant in there somewhere. So, this should be good. Short little clip. Remember to check out David Mitchell's Soapbox on your own. He's got his own channel there. So, I'm not sure if it's still active, but it's definitely a channel you want to check out. So, let's find out where the phrase rape and pillage came from David Mitchell himself. And remember to like, subscribe, and do whatever you guys want, okay? All right, let's check this out real quick.
Rape and pillage, rape and pillage. No, that's not a command. Sit down. It's just that I don't quite understand why it is that pillage should take the curse off rape.
I don't either, but I like the animations that this David Mitchell Soapbox channel has. He's on the back of the boat here. It's great.
Because it does, doesn't it? The Vikings raped and pillaged their way through the north sounds a lot merrier than a gang of Norwegian sailors are suspected of a series of rapes in the Sunderland area. Add pillage to rape, and suddenly it has a certain air of knockabout fun. But pillage is bad enough by itself. It's theft, looting, and arson. Being pillaged would be an awful thing to happen to anyone. What it definitely isn't is a spoonful of sugar to help the rape go down. Nonetheless, put them together, and these two awful crimes apparently cancel each other out. You can pretty much imagine a jolly uncle saying something like, "Where are you boys off to tonight? Out raping and pillaging, I'll be bound." But you wouldn't want one of them to reply, well, not pillaging anyway.
Yes! No, you would definitely not want that. Oh my god, if anybody ever did that, certified maniac. For sure.
Is that it happened a long time ago, so it's funny. Just as all historical events, however bloody and violent, eventually become funny. Even the most radioactive material has a half-life.
That's true.
The raping Vikings are funny because we're not picturing rapists, we're picturing Vikings. Cartoon Vikings with ginger beards and horns on their helmets, which they didn't have, by the way. And we're not picturing real victims either.
Is that... I've heard that is like a fallacy that they had those horned helmets, the Vikings. I've heard that for the most part that ain't true. Maybe some of them did, but I have heard that's just, we have that image in our heads, but it ain't true. Along with a lot of things about history. But somebody in the comments let me know if they wore any type of horned helmetry. I don't know.
We're picturing buxom, carry-on milkmaids who are bored with Anglo-Saxon kings burning their cakes all the time and are quite looking forward to some Norse nookie. And maybe in 500 years' time...
Fuck off! Norse nookie! That's a wild term! I know I've got some followers from the Norse country. Shout out to you guys. But that is a funny-ass term, Norse nookie.
We're picturing buxom, carry-on milkmaids who are bored with Anglo-Saxon kings burning their cakes all the time and are quite looking forward to some Norse nookie. And maybe in 500 years' time, we'll imagine the Red Army arriving in East Berlin in exactly the same way.
Oh, wow.
Or sooner. According to secret guidelines from the government, I can reveal that the First World War is due to go hilarious in 2040, with World War II to follow in 2090. Obviously, we've already reached the point where you can set a sketch or even a sitcom in either war, but they're not properly, uncomplicatedly funny yet. But at the point when everyone who fought in them, and everyone who remembers anyone who fought in them has died, they will surely become as comic as the Vikings or the Spanish Inquisition.
That's actually... He might have a point there. I mean, in the previous two Soapbox videos that I watched, he had some points in there as well. But yeah, enough time passes and it may become funny. There's like, I guess a comparison here in the States is the whole slavery issue. Which people have joked about, but sometimes you bring it up in a joking manner, And some people laugh, some people still don't. And that's, I guess because slavery officially ended after, once the Civil War ended, but there was still the racial discrimination thing for another 100+ years. It still is unsettling to some people, which I understand. But maybe, you know, like, it has been joked about. That's the thing. But some people still take it very, very seriously, which I don't blame them.
You may think I'm making light of the more recent victims, but I'm not. We're all making light of the less recent ones. People from history had souls and feelings just like us. When Edward II supposedly had a red-hot poker put up his bum, hilarious though it sounds now, it was a real poker and a real bum.
What? Did you say Edward II?
Souls and feelings just like us. When Edward II supposedly had a red-hot poker put up his bum, hilarious though it sounds now, it was a real poker and a real bum.
There's... Wow, if that's true. Please somebody let me know in the comments below. That is wild. Sometimes when I do these videos asking questions, I always get, dude, why don't you just research it? Like, I'd rather have you guys tell me. You know what I mean? Because some of you guys have more insight than just, you know, a Wikipedia page or a short article about it, you know? And some of you guys put lengthy, well thought out responses in these comments. So those are the ones that I want to read about this.
And the raping and pillaging Vikings were essentially a terrorist insurgency. They had to come by sea, which makes them more fun. They wore fancy dress, inasmuch as they were dressed as Vikings. And crucially, they did it all 1,000 years ago. So what history tells us is that if you want to get away with an atrocity, try to commit it a millennium ago, and if at all possible, spread a rumour that you were wearing a funny hat.
Okay. So that's how the Vikings got away with it. You know, I after watching all of that, the burning thing in my mind right now is about Edward II. It's burning so hard right now that I will look it up on my own, but I still want to read the responses of you guys explaining what that was all about and if it's true. Okay, this was a fun video to react to, but I still have a lot of questions about a lot of the things he said in here. Maybe I need to catch up on my Viking history, because you know, I just realized, you know, realizing watching this video, God, I can't talk anymore, sorry, but I'm not too familiar with the Vikings as I probably should be or thought I was. So there's some history in there that I got to catch up on or have a refresher course, which I haven't really read anything about the Vikings in quite some time. So, and most importantly, let me know about the hat thing. I'm sure there was one pillaged and raper who wore one of those at some point. Maybe not. I don't know. Remember, folks, I'm just a Muppet in a chair trying to have some fun, and I thought this was going to be a good video to react to. And it was. David Mitchell's rants are hilarious, and I love the dude. And judging from the responses from you guys, I bet you guys do too. So remember to like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. And check out David Mitchell's Soapbox channel on your own. I'll leave a link in the description below this video. The Edward II thing is just driving me nuts now. I gotta stop talking and go look that up right this minute. Alright, Boomerites, I'll catch you later. Stay safe and have a great day. Peace out.